Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Lewis and above me is Jordan. Today we're going to be talking about 5 players that City should have considered signing. Obviously not all of them, before anyone says it in the comments.
Yeah, all of them.
Jeez.
Yeah, we had that issue, didn't we?
But yeah, it should be interesting. So some players we were linked with, some players we were not, but I believe these 5 players, if we would have signed a couple of them, would massively increase our chances of winning the Premier League and or the Champions League. Before we get started, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on for our daily Manchester City videos. Smash a like on the video as well if you do enjoy it. It just helps other City fans find the channel. Right, okay, so the first player that we could have signed, and also guys, when we're mentioning these players, think more about the position, yeah? Because you might not agree with the player, but the position is the key issue here. So the first the player is Tagliafico, because I believe, and I think you agree, that we need a left back.
Yeah, it was said for a couple of weeks that I was actually going to get a left back, and I was buzzing thinking, oh my god, we're actually addressing an issue, and yeah, we didn't. But Tagliafico was the man that we was linked with, and I was on the hype train of Tagliafico. I've been watching bare videos of him, and I was like, yeah, okay, I can get behind this guy. We just needed someone to come in and push Mendy. I'm not like, we didn't have to go and spend bare P. And believe me, there's left backs that have left their club for a lot less. Like, this guy was 20 mil, around 20 mil, which is insane. Just 20 mil. I say it as if it's like not a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but you know what I mean? For City and a player of that quality, 20 mil, decent. Someone's going to come in, push Mendy, then it'll have the Cancelo effect. That's what I'm going to call it, the Cancelo effect. When Cancelo came in, it pushed Walker. Walker was mint. I fully believe that because he had a decent right back behind him, waiting for his spot. It pushed Walker to be mint, and then it would have been the same thing. Got Tagliafico in, bring him in. It pushes Mendy. Mendy either becomes mint, or Tagliafico comes in and takes his spot, and he's mint. It was just a no-brainer to sign a left back, and now we've got Zinchenko, who isn't a left back, and we've stuck with Mendy. So now so Mendy's pretty much the first choice left back now, and he knows that. And even if he gets injured, he's still the first choice left back.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely crazy, guys. Apparently, the reason that we didn't go for a left back in the end is because Zinchenko didn't want to leave and wanted to fight for his spot. But the point that I've been trying to make on this is, Zinchenko, until we signed a left back, is always going to say he wants to take City, because Zinchenko, when he leaves City eventually one day, he's going to go to a team not as good as City. So in his head, until we sign left back, he's thinking, I'm second choice left back. And Mendy's injured half the season anyway, so I'm going to play bare games, so why would I leave? So obviously he's not just going to leave.
He's not unhappy. He has to play football.
In a sort of tight way, you have to force Zinchenko out the club if you wanted to sign a left back. And then when you sign a left back, then Zinchenko's got a different story on it, on the goal, because then he's thinking to himself, okay, they've got Mendy, they've got another left back, and then they've got me. You know what I mean? I'm probably not going to play that much football. I want to leave. You know what I mean? City sort of done it backwards, giving the power to Zinchenko, saying, "What do you want to do, pal?" Well, at this moment in time, of course, I want to stay for my and fight for my position, because I'm gonna play football. Because Mendy's, he's prone to a mistake, so you're probably going to play me anyway at some point, and he's not even fit half the season. So yeah, I'll stay, mate. I'll stay on this big cash at this mint club. Why am I going to leave? So, if you wanted a left back, you had to sign one and then get rid of Zinchenko. That's the only way you're going to do it. And to say the reason we didn't sign left back was to try and balance the books when we was about to sign Messi on all the money that he was on. I don't buy it, guys. I think we've messed up. I think we've ballsed up on this one.
Yeah,
I think we should have signed a left back. Okay, let's move on. Another player that sort of at the beginning of the transfer window I thought was all right in this position, and then I quickly changed my mind, and it's the centre mid position. I just don't think we've got enough in there. I think Gundogan and Rodri are too similar. And the player that I think we should have looked at is Douglas Luiz. He's an ex-CFA player, or CFG player. And we could have bought him back for the rumoured £30 million. He's got Premier League experience. He played against Liverpool the other day and did really, really well. And he offers you something different to Gundogan and Rodri. He's a bit physical, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit more of a grafter, you know what I mean? You can say he needs to grind out a result. He's one of them man who you want on the pitch. He looks good. Unfortunately, we didn't go for him. And yeah, we do have that £30 million buyback. Well, did have that £30 million buyback until this season. I think that now goes up to £40 million. So, I mean, we could go for him next year. We do see again, him developing this year and then get to have a bit more of an assessment on this guy. But like you say, he would have offered something different to Gundogan and Rodri. I know that we've started playing Fernandinho in the midfield now again, which is really good to see. Like, believe me, I am buzzing to see Fernandinho back in the midfield. But Fernandinho is 35, is he? He's around 35 years old, and he can't be doing it forever. You know what I mean? You can't, with the amount of games that are coming thick and fast throughout this season, it's so congested. Yeah. Fernandinho is not going to be playing every single game in the midfield. And when we played the Rodri and Fernandinho combo, it worked really well. That double pivot works really well. Gundogan and Rodri, I feel like cancel each other out a bit because it's too similar.
Yeah.
But when you've got Fernandinho and Rodri, they don't cancel each other out because they're completely different kind of players. So, and I think Douglas Luiz, if he would have come in, he would have been able to sit next to Rodri and offer that Fernandinho role.
Yeah. And that's the reason that I changed my mind on the midfield. I thought it was all right, and then I just come around to the fact that Gundogan and Rodri are just the same player, basically. And we needed something else. And I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get anyone. Douglas Luiz, I thought, was a good option. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Another midfielder that we were linked with quite a lot, but then never really took off properly was Houssem Aouar. Lyon, he decided he has stayed there in the end, hasn't he? Because I think that Juventus pulled out, Arsenal were interested, and I think Lyon. I think Aouar basically said he'd rather stay at Lyon than go to Arsenal, basically what it sounded like. So that's interesting. Another good player though, Aouar, you know what I mean? Offers you something slightly different. I think he's good going forward as well. I like him. I think he was a good player, and I think that, yeah, guys, I just think we've missed a trick not going for a midfielder. I really do.
Yeah, I think he has quality, and a lot of other people do. One of the most requested people, I think, was Aouar. It was going off. I feel like Aouar is probably the most fan-driven story of the transfer window of Supersize Messi. I think fan-driven wise, everyone wanted Aouar and was kind of like hoping links would come about for it. We have been linked with the guy for a very long time. It's been years that we've been linked with him, but nothing obviously has materialised from it. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise for him that he didn't sign for anyone and stayed at Lyon, because now maybe next season we can go for him. Maybe the next transfer window you'll see us dip into the centre mid market. It's strange because this transfer window has gone on that long that it isn't actually too far off the next transfer window. I remember when the whole Messi thing came about, and everyone was like, yeah, we can sign this guy on a pre-contract in 110 days or something. Yeah, and it was like, what? 110 days? That's it? It's mad because it's so short this season, like the way it is, the way it's worked out, that the transfer window isn't actually that far away. But yeah, I think we have missed out by not going for a centre midfielder.
Yeah. Well, I think that the crucial thing for me was a centre-back, then the left-back, and midfielder would have been nice to have.
Yeah.
And an extra nice to have is an attacking player. I feel like in the last 2 weeks, a lot of people have been asking for an attacking player. I'm not convinced that we needed one, but a lot of you guys think that we did need a striker or an attacking player. And the one that we were linked with a little bit, and then it sort of went dry, was João Felix. So not a traditional striker, plays sort of behind the striker, a bit like the Messi role. I think that might have been like why we was linked with him once the Messi deal was sort of collapsing. Oh, are we in for João Felix? You know what I mean? I like João Felix. I think he's a good player. He's obviously still very, very young. How much would it take to get him here? Don't know. Probably close to 100 million, probably. You know, 80 to 100 million, I think would be the fee. But we were linked with him once or twice. I think he offered something different if we were to get him. And I think you could really pack out that midfield if you got him as well.
Yeah, I feel like these striker rumours were very, like, one way or the other. It was always like, we're close, and then it just kind of like died. And then like it was like, that's how it kind of works with this. It was never really anything concrete. It was just like, yeah, we're interested in him, really interested in him, and then died. João Felix would have been a good addition to the team. We could have done with a striker over the last few weeks, whilst obviously Aguero and Jesus have been injured, but it wasn't to be.
I mean, we did have one sat on the bench,
and we had Delap sat on the bench chilling, who actually looked really good, which is sad to see. But João Felix would have cost a lot of money. I feel like we would have got the best out of him if he would have come to City. He doesn't suit playing for Atletico and Simeone's style. I think he would have been really good under Pep. But yeah, it's just another one of these like talents that we're going to see develop somewhere else.
Yeah, I agree. And the final player, an out-and-out striker that we were linked with once or twice, was Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan. Again, you're talking 110 million quid to get this guy in. But again, there were a couple of links with him. I honestly didn't see us signing an out-and-out striker until next year. I just don't see us doing that. At that point, does Aguero leave? We don't know. What happens with Jesus? Do we keep him? Do we sell him? Do we move him to the wing? Again, don't know. It was no surprise that there were very little links for a striker for me. But again, a lot of people genuinely think that we needed a striker this summer, which I sort of get. You know what I mean? Aguero's got injuries, and this injury's been a bad one. And is Jesus good enough? There are reasons why City fans are wanting a striker.
Yeah, 100%. But I am in the boat of next transfer window, next summer. We can go all out for a striker. Then that can be our striker window. I'm hoping, as many of you lot are, that it is Haaland that we're going to go for, seeing as though the stars have aligned for it to happen. He's got a buyout clause of 60 mil, which is insane. So the price is right because it's there. And you just all you got to do is just tackle the small problem of his agent being Raiola and us not liking to deal with him.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to build bridges sometimes, so let's just do it. You know what I mean? You can't hold grudges forever. So let's just get that done. Let's get that over with. I'm not sad that we didn't sign a striker.
No, I'm not either. And I'm fully team Haaland next year. Hopefully, say put this stupid whole sort of transfer. We won't deal with you. Don't deal with you. You know what I mean? Just buy the players. You know what I mean?
Business is business.
Business is business. But I got one question. If you could pick one player that we could have signed this year, don't pick Messi, right? Don't pick Messi or Ronaldo. No, don't be silly. If you could pick one player to properly improve our team, right? Who would it be? Put it in the comment section below. Let us know. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you later.